our eyes are not the same level of design.
I have an eye condition. I'm slowly going blind.
Are you giving thanks then to your deity for making your eyes less?
Exactly.
Less
Let me tell you why. Because
you're kind of relying on a payoff.
Yes.
Which you are obviously clearly unsure. You are not sure of it. I know you want to.
I'm 100% sure.
No, you can't know it until you're there.
I can know it, and I'll tell you how.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video, guys, but before that, please download the Salah Pro app. Brothers and sisters, we are a charity. All of our services on the app is for free. Free Qibla Finder, no ads. Free Salah reminders, encourages you to pray, tells you Salah times. You can book a Salah instructor, a Quran instructor. You can order a guided prayer mat for absolutely free if you want to learn how to pray Salah. Videos on how to pray Salah, Salah hubs, and many, many more, brothers and sisters. We are not an app that shares your information with third parties. All of our services on the app is for free. Download it now, inshallah, and enjoy it, guys. Let's go back to the video.
So you say you don't have a religion. I believe everybody has
I don't have a religion. It's just that I'm not a follower of anything.
If you think about it, you actually follow a religion.
That's right.
Like, for example, I would say the way you are dressed up today, you have certain values you live by, correct?
I have certain, by how I'm dressing.
No, not just by your dressing. Like, for example, your values. Tell me some of your values, for example.
But I'm confused. What's the link with my clothing and the values?
I'll tell you, because, for example, we say that everybody follows some sort of a religion, some sort of way of life.
Who's we, sorry?
All of us, everyone here.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, we all follow...
Sorry to interrupt you. I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm saying, is that a religious person saying that other people all live by a religious value that they don't realise it? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, so that's only one frame of thought, which is a religious person saying that. So, for example, someone who's not religious is not going to maybe not come to that conclusion.
Yes.
So your paradigm is just a religious one. Yes?
Okay, so
right.
I follow a way of life. They call it religion. So we say everybody follows a way of life subconsciously or consciously. So, for example, you would tell me that the way you're dressed today, by the way, you look very smart, you look good, yeah? You would agree that there are some factors, or there's certain factors involved in you choosing to wear that hat, that glasses, matching with the way you look.
Outside of my own choice, you mean?
I wouldn't say outside your own choice, but there are influences around you that make your
cultural influences.
Good. So what I was,
So like an Aborigine may dress as an Aborigine, that would be a...
Not only that, for example, I would say that, you wouldn't say this is Greek clothing, would you?
Sorry?
You wouldn't say this is Greek clothing?
No. It's an eclectic mix. I'm assuming. Yeah.
Good. So if I was to ask you what influenced you or what caused you to dress up smart like this today?
I do.
Hey, was that the wife?
The memsab, yeah.
Okay, good. So what we say is the argument I'm trying to make is the following. We all follow a way of life. We all believe in some kind of a divine being. We just give it different names. For example, if you go to an atheist will say, Mother Nature created this. And I'll say, well, I believe it's God. You deem it to be Mother Nature.
Well, I think using the word mother. Okay, so that's anthropomorphizing the
that's what they say. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wouldn't use the word Mother Nature either.
So what would you
say?
Nature
is nature, isn't it?
Okay, good. Do you believe there's a higher power? Where do you think all this came from?
Where what came from, sir?
The whole universe.
The whole universe, where it came from?
Yeah.
I can't answer that question.
Why not?
Because there's no. I can't. From what I understand, there's not.
Feel free to join.
There's not an evidence that can determine where the whole universe is.
I can prove in about 2.5 minutes that it has to go back to a creator.
Sorry, the universe has to go back to a creator.
There has to be a creator.
But it stops with the creator, presumably.
Yeah, it has to.
The creator doesn't have a creator.
No, because then it won't be a necessary being.
But you'll need to prove that part, though.
Yeah, good. So, for example, I would use your glasses. So your glasses are symmetrical. They have a specific shape. They have a purpose, and they are designed, which would infer to me that there's a designer.
Yeah, the problem is, look, this is a product of an evolution of design. So glasses.
It's not like they were made exactly like this.
Glasses have not spontaneously appeared. Glasses are a product of of people trying to discover how to fix eyesight.
Good. Have you seen the design of your glasses?
Have I seen the design of my glasses?
Have you gone to the factory and see it get made?
No, wait. This pair? Yeah. No. The original maker of the glass? I don't know who. I wouldn't know who that was.
Okay, good. This pair or the original one? Have you gone to the factory to see how it's made or anything?
No. I've never been to. That's a bit arbitrary. I've never been to a factory to see how anything's made.
Good. Okay. So which means that with your intuition, you know that they are designed even though you did not go to the factory.
Oh, one second. The other thing is, I'm not making an assumption of a divinity creating them. So I know this is a human product.
Good. I'm not saying divinity.
Right.
I'm saying.
No, I know, but you want to leap to that point at some point. What I'm saying is, the glasses. That may be a poor analogy because this is all product of human design.
But let me make my argument.
I think it's better using the organism, which is what you're probably...
No. I want to stick to your glasses. There's a reason why. Right. Because number one, you did not go to the factory. You did not see the person who made it, but you believe that it's created. Why? Because by looking at the glasses. So you look at it and go, they're symmetrical. It has a purpose. It has a shape, and it has design. So you use your intuition and look at it and say, this has to have somewhere it was made.
The only thing I agree with...
Actually, that's not true. Because the glasses have a lot of factors to them. The frame came separately.
Good.
We
Perfect.
chose the glass.
Perfect.
We chose what kind of glass.
Good.
Anti-glare,
Yes.
clear, anti-scratch.
Yeah, yeah.
So we kind of had a kind of input
I see in the
in
process.
making them into what he needed them to be.
Perfect.
So it wasn't just one designer.
Perfect.
He was a very big part of making them into what they are now.
Perfect. So what you did is you ordered it. It's like ordering a car. I want red leather seats. I want it. Good. But it all goes back to what? There is a designer that made those things. Even if you say the glass, the frame, a car, the engine, you want it all different. You ordered it, but there were designers behind making it, right? And you didn't go to the factory and see it. My point is the following. We use our logic and rationale to come to simple conclusions.
Give me 2 minutes.
Yeah?
Go.
I'm nearly finished. 1 minute, I'm going to be done, yeah? So the argument I'm trying to make is the following. Are you more complex in design or your glasses?
So, sorry, repeat that. Sorry.
Are you more complex in design as a body or your glasses?
Compare the two.
Why not?
How can you compare
True.
a human being to glasses?
True, because the human being is made out of DNA, and DNA is composed of 3 billion letters, which is far more complex than
The only
glasses.
thing is, with your glasses analogy,
Yeah.
my glasses are designed to rectify a problem.
Yes.
My vision.
Yes.
My
Yeah, human
vision,
beings,
the
yeah.
vision, product of the creator, I'm going to assume.
Yes.
Who has also, for some peculiar reason, determined my vision shouldn't be 2020.
Yes, but
Right.
how
Now, that's a
yeah.
very peculiar. Bear in mind, we're using the analogy of a designer.
Yes. Yeah.
A perfect designer, I'm going to assume. Otherwise, I doubt a perfect being would create imperfect things.
What do you define as imperfect?
What do I define as
Yeah,
imperfect?
yeah.
Well, let's use everything is by way of comparison.
Yes.
This gentleman here is not using my glasses.
Yeah.
His vision, presumably, is better than. I'm making an assumption.
Yeah.
But his vision is better than mine.
Yeah.
Based on that.
Yeah.
But our eyes are both the product of a designer.
Yes.
Although I would suggest it's
Yeah.
a product of evolution, but
Yeah.
you're saying a designer created
Yeah.
deity.
Yeah.
But our eyes are not the same level of,
Yes.
of design.
Yes.
Same as able-bodied people as versus non-able-bodied
And
people.
I'll add on to that. I have an eye condition. I'm slowly going blind.
Right, so
so
that-
my if you
Yeah.
use the argument,
Yeah.
mine will be determined as a
But
faulty design.
are you giving thanks then to your deity for making your eyes less?
Exactly.
less
Let me tell you why. Because you know why? He's got a better eyesight than both of us. Which we believe that God is the most wise, which means that he now appreciates his eyes because you have to wear glasses and he doesn't have to. So when we see somebody who's disabled who can't use his legs, we appreciate our legs.
Okay, that's
It's
great
like-
for him. That's great for him. Sorry, sir. I don't mean to use
No,
you.
no, it's great for a lot of people.
Right, but what does that mean for me and you?
Good. What it means is the following. When I see somebody who cannot walk, I appreciate my legs. How could I know what's beautiful if I haven't seen ugly?
No, we're talking about our eyes right now.
Good,
Me and
good.
you both suffer the
Good.
same problem.
So what I'm saying, okay, good. So what I'm saying is this. If your eyes are far more complex than your glasses, which has to follow the following logically and rationally. If your glasses have a designer, have a purpose, has a shape, has symmetrical pattern, your eyes are made out of DNA. DNA is composed of 3 billion letters. DNA has more information in it than every single book on this planet.
I agree.
Which means the following. If we follow it up, you have to equate that your eyes, if they're more complex in design, who designed them?
If my eyes, sorry, repeat that last bit.
If your eyes are more complex
Yeah.
in design than your glasses are a mere plastic, some glass.
Evolution.
But evolution is not a blind process.
No.
It's not, exactly. It's not a blind process.
Good, so then-
it takes years, thousands. It's taken thousands and
So
thousands
the
of years
last-
to get to where we are
Good,
today.
sister. So what we say is the
we are
following.
not our bodies, our mind, our eyes,
Okay.
our legs,
Good,
and
good.
I mean, physically, we
Yeah.
are not what we were thousands of
Good,
years ago.
perfect. So what we say is the following, sister. If we say the evolutionary process, the first cell that was created was a very complex thing. It had information in it. It was intelligent. So it was cognitive as well. So what we say is, what brought that to being? Because it can't come from
The other
nothing.
thing is, sorry to interrupt you, I feel like we're circling away from the fact that the designers, remember our
Yes.
situation,
Yes.
me and you,
Yeah.
our eyes have not been created
Yes.
at optimum level
Yes.
by the designer.
Yes.
Now this is
Which
a very...
purpose. There's a purpose for it.
Right, that is the problem. I'm assuming you're going to infer that this is a reason that's beyond our comprehension.
No, it has to, because, for
Okay,
example...
okay, the thing is,
But
it's a
before
reason
we-
beyond our comprehension that
Yeah.
we've rectified, me and you, by
Yeah.
going to an optician.
No, but who's created these things for us to see?
So that sounds like
Okay, good,
that sounds
good.
like you're...
No,
So
who do you think's created?
So we say there has to be a creator that created all of it.
Who do you think's created that cell then?
We say the one true God.
yeah, Allah.
God
Okay.
Almighty.
Okay, so how would this argument come to a conclusion? Is by us saying, okay,
Yeah.
Allah's created the cell? Is that how it would end?
It has to, because the cell is such a complex being. Where could it come from? It cannot come from nothing.
Do you know I'm from a different religion?
Yeah, Sikh or
So
Hindu?
I'm Hindu.
Okay, yes.
So if I turn around and say to you, Brahma created it.
Good.
Okay, Brahma created
What's the
it.
difference?
I don't believe in that.
Perfect,
Honestly,
okay.
I believe in my gods.
Yeah.
I'm very religious when it
Yeah.
comes to my religion. I'm very, I follow my religion to a T. But I also believe in science.
Okay.
No, he believes in science. too.
Science doesn't. Oh,
Yeah,
look.
but then you can't leave everything to.
No,
So actually, my belief is that there is a creator of something.
Yeah, perfect.
You don't have to give it a name. something created this earth.
Okay, good.
These beings, the cell that eventually started everything.
That's my argument.
Something created
Good,
it.
perfect.
But why do we always have to say this person created it or
That's
that
fine.
person created it?
As long as we agree that someone created it.
Yeah, of course, you have to believe
good,
that.
Good,
I mean,
good,
it's
good.
just it's not coming out of
That's what. Well, that was a bit random. Sorry about that. Someone got a bit excited. Yeah, okay. So what I'm saying is this to start. We agree. The point I'm trying to make is the following. Rationally and logically, it has to follow that everything around us has a purpose. So you as a being who's more complex in design when you're made out of DNA, it has to deduce that you have a creator that designed you. That's my argument is the following, is that the way you are created, you cannot come and say that what you have in your hand is perfectly designed in that specific pattern, but you are just random. Because if you look at a cell,
the Paley's watch analogy, isn't it, or something?
but there's an argument as well.
No,
Yeah.
Sorry to. I don't.
So do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
so therefore, rationally and logically, it has to follow that a creator exists. Right? Okay. Yeah, good. You're right. Yeah. So do you get what I'm trying to say?
I appreciate what you're trying to say. Like I said, the only thing that I appreciate what you're trying to say is the bit that I'm struggling on. Like I said, we agree. Me and you are in the same position.
Good, perfect.
Irrespective of whether I'm believing in the creator or not.
Yes.
We agree our eyes are not at optimum level
Yes.
of a supreme creator
Yes.
who has made them.
Yes.
Because I'm suggesting that eyes are the product of evolution,
Yes.
which would be a reasonably good inference as to why not all vision is the same.
True, but that's somebody who made that. Look, evolutionary process is what? It's saying that after a certain millions of years or whatever it is, we have adopted this evolution. I believe in evolution to a certain extent. I don't believe in species of evolution. Like we were some monkeys.
Your concern is when it comes to the human being. No?
What is the point? The point is this: even if you say evolution, like for example, Charles Darwin, he believed in God. Read his book. He believed in God.
I think it's
He believed in God.
disputed at some point,
No, God doesn't take evolution. Believing in science doesn't take God out of the picture. Science tells you how things work, not why they work the way they do. So what I'm saying is the following: even if you go with that, ultimately we're talking about the beginning of the universe. It all began. If it began, what gave rise to it? The Big Bang you're talking about, the explosion that happened. What caused it? We say if a creator exists, he has to have attributes. It's a necessity. For example, I can look at your glasses and know a lot about the one who made it. Number one, he exists. Number two, he's intelligent. Number three, he had a will to make those glasses. Number three, he had knowledge. He had the power to do it. So just by looking at your glasses, I know a lot about the designer. So when I look at you, I also know a lot about the designer.
That's very good. So if we look at our eyes, which are imperfect,
Yes.
I can make a difference about the designer.
Perfect.
Which is he's not designing perfectly.
No, why not?
Right, this is your field.
Okay,
You're
good.
going to tell me why.
Good. So I have an eye condition called retinitis pigmentosa. I'm actually slowly going blind. So
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Okay, so this is very interesting. So you see, and I appreciate that. Thank you. I know you're not coming from a bad place. With me, I'm like, you know what? I can remember before I came to Islam, my heart was blind. Now my vision is blind. So I've been blind 2 times in my life. One was my heart was blind. I didn't know I was lost. And number two, and number two, today my eyes don't see, but my heart sees. Now we say God Almighty. Remember we talked about the attributes. We also believe God is also the most wise. Wisdom. What does that mean? If my child is running towards a fire, my hands are not as long as my legs because I'm quite tall, daddy long legs. If I use my legs to protect him and kick him, and he fell down, what's the first thing he will say about dad? We'll say, is daddy good or bad?
Yeah.
Okay, so he will say, daddy is evil, daddy just kicked me. Little does he know he was about to fall into the fire and I saved his life. So we say God Almighty, if he's most wise, I believe my eyes are the biggest blessing of what's happening to me. You know why? Number one, if you just saw how I see, you'll be scared. You'll be like, whoa. You know what it makes me do? It makes me appreciate eyesight. Number two, it makes me say, wow, look how powerful my eyes are. My eyes have deteriorated to a level, in a couple of years, I'm going to be legally blind. And I'm like, wow. And what that does to me is shows that God Almighty is the most wise. You know what? Argument's sake. It may be that my eyesight or having my eyesight may cause me to do something in the future, argument's sake, that can take my life, argument's sake. If we believe God is the most wise, that means there's certain things God punish you. In the Quran, Allah says, you might hate something which is good for you, and you might love something which is bad for you.
So you're building the whole premise around that there is something that you don't know about.
Good.
Right.
Because you know why? Because it negates that creator, if you have wisdom, right?
But that's debatable.
No, I always say there's some kind of wisdom in your lifestyle. It's like if you have children,
I have one
Okay,
daughter.
good. You tell your daughter, you know what? For example, in my life, I've learned a lesson, don't do this. If that is the case, then that attribute, then that wisdom comes from who? The creator, who has to be the most wise. So we say, for example...
Give example. If you have children?
Yes, I've got 3 daughters, 8, 4 and 2.
Good. Congratulations. That's
Thank you,
that's
man.
mashallah. Presumably...
Mashallah, Fantastic.
If you were to design your daughters,
Yes.
to design them,
Yes.
I'm going to assume, because you love your daughters,
Yes.
that you would never design them.
Yes.
with any kind of imperfection whatsoever.
No,
and then say to me,
okay, good.
and then say to me,
okay, perfect.
aha, but I designed them with a flaw,
Yes.
which they don't know about, but
Okay.
they will soon discover in the this would be
Perfect.
absolutely insanity.
I'll give you an example. Tell me if I'm wrong. Now you are judging this what you're saying based on our worldly life.
That's our
For
paradigm.
example,
That's our
good, perfect,
It's yours
perfect.
as well. I know you're religious.
Of course it is. Of course, true. But we also believe that there is a life after death.
that you do.
Yes, we do,
Yeah.
and then we believe there is evidence to it. Because, for example, even if you look at it from the specific science, we was dead before we were alive, right? Before he was alive, he
But
was
even,
dead.
actually, it's interesting. Even your life after death, the concept of the Jannah.
Yeah.
There are. It sounds like very human surroundings. So I think you have
Rivers of honey,
rivers, sofas with brocaded silk, etc.
Yes,
maidens to enjoy, and maybe young gentlemen.
No,
not to enjoy. I mean to serve.
No,
you
there
or
were little
something.
boys that were serving us.
Serve-
They're like pearls.
Right.
Yes.
Again, these are all things that you would presumably understand through your as we understand.
Well,
it,
we have to.
senses.
Well, if God said you're going to have arguments, say a kolulu, like what is that? God does that because He knows by His wisdom we can only comprehend. Because, for example, if I am told that I'm going to get a specific thing, I can only imagine it because I know it here. But it's far better there. Now, let's go back to my daughter's example. Now, because we believe in life after death, we don't believe the ultimate goal is entering paradise. Now, if
So
the goal,
you don't believe that?
no, we do.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So that's the reason why our goal is a billion years ahead, not 10 years ahead. You know, when you do an investment, what's my return in 10 years' time? Our investment's billion years ahead. So, if I had my daughter and I had the foreknowledge, which I don't, that my daughter, for example, having her arms, is going to lead her to argument's sake do something that's going to she's lose her hereafter. Now, if the hereafter is more important, and if it means that my daughter's going to lose her left arm, and she's not going to understand or comprehend, God forbid, of course, God forbid, yeah. If I believe, for example, that is going to happen, and her losing her arm is going to cause her to understand life's reality more, and cause her to enter paradise, as a father, if there's paradise and hell in front of you, you need to imagine from our paradigm. You got hellfire and paradise. Do I want her to have two arms and go hellfire, or one arm or go to paradise? I'm going to take the one arm with paradise.
Yeah, I can understand.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So from that paradigm, of course, like I don't know. God Almighty is the most wise. He knows what we don't know.
Sorry to get into it. The only thing is, I appreciate what you're saying. It sounds like the only problem is you're kind of relying
Yes.
on a payoff,
Yes.
which you are obviously clearly unsure. You are not sure of it. I know you want to.
I'm 100% sure.
No, by that. Sorry. I'm making a mistake here. I'm saying it.
That's
I
it.
appreciate you believe that
Yeah.
intrinsically.
Yeah.
Obviously.
But where's the evidence?
You can't know it until you're there.
I can know it, and I'll tell you how.
Well, no, you can't
I'll
view.
tell you
You can't
how.
view Jannah until you're there.
Let me tell you something. Can I see God?
No.
Okay, good, but I believe in Him.
Yeah.
Just the way you believe in dark matter, but you cannot see it.
Dark matter is actually quite. It's like some cases can be a disputable thing, but I
You
appreciate.
can't touch, feel, taste, hear, or
But
smell
here's
it.
the great thing about dark matter.
Yes.
We can change our mind on it. You can't change your mind on the position you've taken.
Because you know what? There is more certainty in God than
No,
in dark
I
matter.
agree, but do you understand the slight problem? Because you're almost constricted now, because you're cemented to this idea. You can't change it. Evidence won't change
But
it.
I have evidence for it.
No, I appreciate that. What I'm saying is I can't do anything to change your mind.
No, you can if you prove me. If you say to me that I can prove to God doesn't exist,
Oh, no,
I can change your mind.
that's quite an impossible task. We'd have to go through everything.
Yeah,
but what I'm
exactly.
saying is you're very cemented to the idea.
Yeah.
And you're relying on a payoff
Yeah.
you believe that will come,
Yeah.
where all answers are given and all pains are alleviated.
Yes.
And obviously you will have your paradise.
Yes.
I'm not saying that's wrong.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is the amount of faith that you have placed in that, I haven't got to that position.
But you have faith. You believe in things you can't see.
No, actually, look at it like this. Do you think it's a faith position that I have that I'm not sure what's going in the future?
That's why I said, remember I said to you, me and you were not that different. You have faith, I have faith. You have a way of life, I have a way of life. You believe in a being, I believe in a being. It's just different. Because if you think about it, you would tell me that you have faith in science. Yes or no?
You have faith in science as well.
Not
And when you say
necessarily.
faith in science, again,
I have faith in Islam.
Here's an interesting thing. Science
Yeah.
is a self-correcting procedure. Would you agree?
Yes.
Right. And I believe a Muslim scientist said this, Al-Biruni,
Yeah,
who
yes,
once
yes,
said
yes.
there is no science within the Quran because it's ever-changing. So in other words, the Quran was inimitable, but science isn't. Science can
Science
always
changes,
because
fluctuates.
it's human construct.
Yes, yes.
So in that respect,
Yeah.
you have faith in science, and I have faith in science.
I have faith in Islam, and I believe I use scientific
No, what I'm
methods
saying
to
is,
come to truth.
those analogies don't correspond. My faith in science, it can change. It can self-correct.
Yes.
Your Islamic
True,
belief
true.
cannot self-correct to go in the other direction.
True, because
Right.
we believe if it's from God, it has to be objective.
Exactly, fine.
Good. So
I'm-
science.
sorry, I'm interrupting. I don't mean to
No,
interrupt you at all.
please.
What I'm saying is that because of that viewpoint you've taken,
Yeah.
you are now forever cemented to it. So just imagine, let's do it as a hypothetical.
Yes.
Just imagine in your mind that what's actually you believe is incorrect is wrong.
Okay.
Not that there's an alternative God, alternative heaven, just that when we go, there is nothing. It's just the bleakness, like the existence before you were born.
Okay.
You will. Not you. Actually, you've made a good point. It doesn't really matter what I believe and what you believe in that respect. Because let's say I'm correct.
Yeah.
We have no clue. There's nothing afterwards.
Yeah, it doesn't affect
You're
me.
not going to know.
Yeah.
So actually,
But there'll be a cost for you, not for me.
yeah, I appreciate the Gahannam and all that. But what I'm saying is that, okay, I'm literally coming. I'm just going to say one last thing to Mr. Dawah.
He's not stopping. It's him.
Yeah, it is me. It is me.
It's him.
But what I'm saying is, sorry, whether I'm right or wrong
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because for me, and whether you're right or wrong also doesn't. You kind of won anyway. Do you understand? Because if you're correct and there is a Jannah,
Yeah. It's good. If there's
you're
then,
winning.
I'm just going
And if
to,
there's nothing,
nothingness.
you won't have a clue. And let's say your Dawah, which is fantastic. I know you have a very good following. I don't want to say waste of time. That's a terrible thing to say. What I'm saying is it wouldn't matter. Do you understand?
It doesn't.
Because if there's nothing, it won't have achieved. There would be no achievement to have made anyway. So and also, irrespective of your belief of the afterlife, you're still living in the here and now. You don't wish for your own death or that of your family, God forbid. So you are kind of living the way I do, and what it sounds like your entire system is really on something that we cannot attain. It's unattainable for us. I know we can believe in it. I appreciate that.
We can measure it. We can put the Quran to the test. That's why I don't fucking.
Right, yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm sure you have. I've read a bit of
But you can do the same.
I have read a bit of the Quran and the Hadith and some tasfir things and what have you. But you know, it's very difficult for me to understand. But that's what I'm saying. Kind of, we are in the same position ultimately.
Yeah. That's why I said.
This is the thing. So because of that, I respect everything you've said. You're very good orator. But it's just that. That's not convincing to me, unfortunately, and neither is my position.
When you have more time,
because I do feel we're in the same position.
When you have more time, I can convince. But obviously, I don't want to stop you.
No, big boss is.
I'm gonna let you go.
Mr. Dawah, listen,
I had to cut it. I told him, listen.
it's a real pleasure to meet you.
Mrs. is waiting. Yes. And by the way, I love your outfit.
Thank you, sir.
Can we just show the camera, please?
Yeah,
you look absolutely. He looks fantastic.
Go online anyway, is it?
No, it's okay. Don't worry.
No.
It's okay. You have my permission. It's okay.
Not mine,
I've never been
Okay.
online.
That little bit.
Okay, guys, listen. Where's the camera? Okay, cut the sister out. Blur her face.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way,
Cut them
you look
himself out.
fantastic. It shows the missus looking after you. I know this is not just from you. Hey.
Dawah, real-
Thank you, sister. It's nice talking to you. Thank you.
Real pleasure to meet you,
Nice
sir.
talking to you. You look
Thank you.
fantastic. Thank you, mate.